So, folks, I have a fascination with the Washington Post's video content. I have I don't want to say an obsession, but like it's just really bad. It's really bad. It's really bad in a way that I find deeply funny. And we talked about it, not too long ago, because I was talking about Brad Palumbo, who I've been informed his name is Palumbo, but when I say his name that way, people think I'm upset, or they think I'm like trying to do him dirty. But like, I'm not trying to say Plumbo. I am trying to say Palumbo, but like it sounds identical. All right. Yeah, the guy you guys all called Glepshitto. Yes. But they have another video offering, which I find particularly funny. And it is called Make It Make Sense. And I'm happy now to present that to you guys here and now. Let's take a look, shall we?
This is a program for New Yorkers to be able to put food on the table, not a program for people to be able to make a quick buck through reselling.
Another day, another reason not to turn grocery stores into an arm of the state. A clip has been circulating of New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani being asked about how the city's new state-run grocery stores will ensure that the food goes to needy New Yorkers and not anyone else. He got his Economic Development Corporation head Jeannie Pack to give a more...
I just is his real name Plumbo? No, it's his real name is Brad Plumbo. But I see we're getting hung up on this again. It's spelled Palumbo. So if I were to overpronounce it, it would be Palumbo. Like Columbo, but Palumbo. I try and say it the way that it looks to me, which is Brad Palumbo. But it sounds like Brad Plumbo. But no, is this AI? No, this is one of the writers from the, as far as I know, the Washington Post opinion section.
Detailed answer. And she says something about a library card-esque system.
Wait, I'm sorry. We do have to back up here. I got derailed by the Glepshittos again in chat.
This is a program for New Yorkers to be able to put food on the table, not a program for people to be able to make a quick buck through reselling.
Another day, another reason not to turn grocery stores into an arm of the state. A clip has been circulating of New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani being asked about how the city's new state-run grocery stores will ensure that the food goes to needy New Yorkers and not anyone else.
This is a very easy question to answer, which is that they're being built in food deserts, so anyone who wants to go into the grocery store and it's like available to them can do so. You don't need to like be a needy New Yorker to take advantage of this. You just have to be someone who wants to go shop at a grocery store. Like that's it. Like you can try and imagine situations where people are just like, I don't know, like going out of their way, even though they're from a slightly wealthier part of the city, to go to one of these Mamdani grocery stores. But like, that's silly, because they could go to grocery stores that are a lot closer. The entire purpose of building the grocery stores in these locations is because they're in food deserts where there aren't other options.
He got his Economic Development Corporation head Jeannie Pack to give a more detailed answer. And she says something about a library card-esque system.
We are looking to make sure that we target New Yorkers, whether it be a sort of a library card-esque thing, and also we manage who's buying and that is focused on everyday New Yorkers.
In other words, an ID card. And now Republicans are going to town. The president's weighed in. The governor of Florida has weighed in. All talking about the left's opposition to voter ID, but seemingly not to ID for grocery stores.
Now, this is really funny because that's clearly not what she meant, that you can only shop there if you have an ID card. And of course, immediately after conservatives started interpreting his statements and the statements of his staff in bad faith, he sent his office out there to be like, no, you aren't going to need an ID to like shop at a grocery store. But the mayor's office told Forbes in the wake of the backlash Monday that anyone can shop at the stores regardless of residency or income without presenting an ID, and PAC was referring to a loyalty card program of sorts that won't be tied to an ID or address. Like, you know how grocery stores have like programs to like incentivize you to shop at them instead of shopping at their competitors. You know, a totally normal thing to have. A lot of the grocery stores around here ask if you want to be part of their loyalty program when you check out. And you can just say, no, I don't want that. And then you get to buy groceries. They don't take them away from you. Like, the fact that this is what they're focusing on, and they're like, look at this crazy lefty. It's like, he's doing it, like, that's a perfectly normal thing for them to do, actually.
Now, Mamdani's team has come back and said this is not an identification system. Now, of course, it makes sense that the debate is centering around the need to show identification because the potential for gotcha politics here is through the roof. But this whole debate
But, like, there's no, there's not. Like, the potential for gotcha politics would be there if there was some kind of, you know, means testing system associated with this that could be gamed, and then like some kind of conservative shitheel could come in and in a bad faith manner take advantage of said system, right? That would be the political gotcha, you know? And instead, it's just a grocery store that you can buy groceries from. It's not, in fact, a crazy, wild socialist system. It's a thing we have literally all across the country, a goddamn grocery store.
Actually reminds us why state-run grocery stores are a bad idea in the first place, regardless of how they fit in with your voter ID beliefs. How is the mayor going to ensure that these
Oh my god.
Kid really told that woman you should share with us your age. You look like you have plenty to share.
I know, right? That's, for those watching in the VOD, totally unrelated to anything we're watching. We're referring to the fact that Sam Cedar's kid absolutely roasted him and Emma. And it was very funny. All right, sorry.
How they fit in with your voter ID beliefs. How is the mayor going to ensure that these resources go to the right places? No checks on residency or income levels means that anybody will be able to go in and use the store.
Yeah, use the store to, you know, pay with money for goods and services, like one would do at any other store. Like, this makes me so unreasonably, like, just upset at how bad faith it is. Like, how do we ensure that people don't take advantage of this system? The system being going into a store and buying things? How do we make buying things less prone to being taken advantage of? What is there to take advantage of? I guess, like, stealing? Are you asking, like, how do we prevent people from stealing things from grocery stores? Because I'm pretty sure we've figured that part out. And also, why would people, like, just real quick, it's literally the cheapest grocery store being run at cost. There's not like like people pay money to the store and it runs itself. Is the Washington Post, which is owned and run by Jeff Bezos, not familiar with like how stores work? I'm baffled by this.
Resources are finite, so how you allocate them matters.
Yeah, that's why they're in a store where people can pay for them with money. Like, I genuinely, I feel like we've gotten to a point in like political brain death in America where we're literally at the Homer Simpson meme about how money can be exchanged for goods and services and used to buy many peanuts. Like, I feel like that's where we're at right now as a political body.
And this is what markets tend to be really good at. The government, not so much.
It's a store. It's literally a store where people are buying things. It's engaged in the market. That's how it works.
By taking all the checks and balances out of the process and just promising free stuff, you can be...
No, the only thing that's being taken out of this process is the obligation to be run for a profit. They're essentially non-profit grocery stores managed by the city so that there is food distribution in places that are currently food deserts where there is no competition because other corporations have looked at opening stores there and said, nah, we wouldn't turn enough of a profit.
Pretty certain that whatever shows up in these stores is going to disappear just as quickly.
Yeah, because people will buy it and then go eat it because they sell food.
With absolutely zero guarantee that taxpayer money actually help those in need.
There's no need to guarantee it. The entire purpose of opening these municipal grocery stores is to fill the food deserts so that people have an option to go get better food. The knock-on effect of that is that, they get to eat healthier, and that benefits their communities in a wide variety of different ways and lowers the amount of money that the city has to pay and expend on, medical care, for example, related to malnutrition. It saves workers time, it saves workers money, and ultimately, it also just allows people to do the thing that they absolutely need to do, which is eat food. How do we know that it's going to people in need? Because people in need of food go to grocery stores to buy food. It honestly, the Washington Post is putting out video content that's the equivalent of SpongeBob SquarePants. The SpongeBob SquarePants meme with Patrick and the guy trying to show it's his ID.
I think I got it straight.
It's that.
Giving poor people food is government overreach, but mass surveillance, kicking indoors and snuffing them out for being threatening isn't.
Exactly, you got it. You understand, Brutus Magnuson. Spending trillions of dollars on wars overseas that get the American people exactly diddly shit, that's not government overreach. Making sure people can eat is. So, yeah, you got it. You nailed it. We still have 10 seconds of this video left, and I know she's gonna say something stupid. I just feel it in my bones.
Or their fellow residents in the city, or even the state. So even before you get into the political mudslinging, the basic economics of state-run grocery stores simply doesn't add up.
Well, one, the city's running it, not the state of New York. But number two, I know you might have been speaking a little bit generally, that's fine. But number two, if a town of 500 people in the middle of the, American rural center, the heart of rural America, can band together and buy a municipal grocery store and have it work just fine over the course of several years, I think that maybe the wealthiest city in America, or perhaps, I haven't checked recently, might be able to manage it. I think New York City might be able to manage a couple municipal grocery stores when a couple towns of 500 people can also do that. I believe in the American ability to do. Who is this person? I gotta be honest. I don't know. Oh, Kate Andrews, opinion journalist at the Washington Post. Because she's presumably has some good opinions. I don't know what they are, and couldn't tell you, even if you put a gun to my head after watching that video, what opinions of hers are good. But presumably they're good enough for the Washington Post to give her a steady paycheck. Anyway, I thought that was hilariously terrible, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I do think that one of the things that has been under-commented on when it comes to conservatism and more like establishment conservative Democrats, is that they have lost the intellectual capacity to actually engage honestly on the merits of issues. Right? Like, her main argument was, how are we going to make sure that a store, stays open and doesn't sell things to people who are rich? And it's like, well, it doesn't matter if a store sells things to people who are rich. The entire purpose of the store is to sell to people in a given area. And when the city opens that store, the store doesn't have to be run for a profit. It's just there to serve as a distribution hub for goods. That's it. Oh boy, the Washington Post is cooked. Anyway, if you got anything out of that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment. Comments really help in the algorithm.
During wartime, America could build equipment on the scale of several tanks/planes an hour. I think we can afford to feed some people.
Right?
FFS.
Right? Like, we put people on the goddamn moon with handwritten code. We put actual human beings on a celestial body with our ingenuity and know-how. I think we can manage running a municipal store. Honestly, there's no one on earth who hates America more than conservatives. Conservatives hate America and they despise Americans, and they think that Americans are all universally incompetent morons. Cattle to be taken advantage of by their corporate whims. And I don't know, I believe that America is better than that. I think that Americans are wonderful people who can rise to meet challenges and overcome any obstacle. But I gotta be honest, the challenges and obstacles that I envision America overcoming are a damn sight more complicated than running a municipal store to sell groceries. We absolutely can do that. Do not let conservative billionaires sell you the lie that the people who have money are the only competent voices in the room that we should be listening to. Do not let them sell you this lie that everyone around you is an incompetent moron. Do not let them sell you that lie, because that lie is deliberate. It is spread specifically to sow distrust between you and your colleagues, your neighbors, your friends, and your family. They want to restore aristocracy. Do not give in to the peasant mindset. All that being said, if you want to get organized against these rich motherfuckers who want to sell you the lie that working class people and bureaucrats in office can't run a municipal grocery store, get organized today. Join your local Dems, join your local DSA, and folks, if you don't know where to start, join our Discord. Reach out to GamerG for help with DSA. Reach out to Dragonfly for help with your local Dems. And last but not least, check out ImogeneOlivia.com, gender euphoric lingerie designed from the ground up for trans femmes, tested with cis men, cis women, non-binary folks who do comfortable, sexy, non-tucking lingerie. Go check it out, link in the description.
The funny thing is, we did a lot of that thanks to us being welcoming to ostracized immigrants. They're literally breaking one of our biggest strengths.
They're trying.
Never mind intentionally causing a brain drain.
Oh, they're absolutely trying. They're trying real hard. But the thing is, I don't think that they are succeeding. For all their money and for all their power, all they're succeeding in doing is isolating themselves. They're building up these gigantic vaults of wealth and hoping that, the walls they're able to buy will keep them safe. And, that's not how that works. Yeah, exactly. Minnesota's covered in municipal liquor stores. We're able to do it all the time here in the Midwest. But, fancy schmancy opinion journalists for the Washington Post are no, it's impossible. What everyday Americans do across America on the regular, it's just impossible to do. They're trying to sell you a goddamn lie. Don't buy it for a second. With all that being said, let's keep on going.
Riverboat deck is going to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch Imagine YouTube is where she streams. All that content is bursting the seams. Politics, gaming, and plenty more. Her sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord.